Hi and welcome to this pilot episode of Captain's Log, a new video podcast centered around Star Trek Online. My name is Chris, also known as Rachel Garrett on the Star Trek Online forums and stowwiki.org. In this show we will talk about Star Trek Online, other video games and the Star Trek franchise in general. I'll do this podcast just for fun. I don't know if there will be a regular schedule or not. Maybe this will be the only episode ever to be produced, and well, we'll see where we can go from here. I just got a brand new green screen, don't have a lot of recording equipment right now, so this might look a bit crappy, and with time maybe the production value might improve. So, just for starters, let's look at the recent Stow news. So the big news this week is Season 6. Season 6 is called Under Siege, and we got the first dev blog post about Season 6 and an Ask Cryptic segment with Stall this week, where he answered some community questions from the forums. So we have the first confirmed features. There will be new 5 captain missions at Endgame, and these will be semi-time gated. So you will be able to play them at any time with your fellow teammates, but if you do them at certain times you will get more rewards. So basically what we have right now with SDFs. In these encounters you will meet random enemy critter groups and also a new Tholian enemy critter group. This Tholian enemy critter group might be part of a featured series or maybe something cooler, quote unquote, says Stall. I don't know if I'm so excited about something cooler given our recent experience with Cryptic and Perfect World, but well, obviously we will have to wait this one out. Shortly after, there will be a new tab in the COM menu, the mission menu, where there will be a tab for the Featured Foundry Spotlight Missions. And this will give Cryptic the opportunity to make snapshots of the existing missions at the time where they were featured and then give them special rewards. So there will be dedicated rewards for playing the Featured Foundry missions, and I think that will be a great incentive for players to make new missions, to be featured in such a way, and also for players to play them, because when there are rewards that you can't obtain anywhere else in the game, then there is a high incentive to play that content at least once. There will be also the new account-wide shared bank, where all characters from one account may place items and take out items, so you don't have to mail these to yourself all the time. Gold members will get free slots in that shared bank. Free-to-play players need to buy them. We know that Season 7 will be focused on story. So maybe we will find out what the Iconians and Undine want to do with the Empress Sela that was abducted at the end of the featured series Cloaked Intentions more than a year ago. So, the big feature is Fleet Starbases in Season 6. And we got a very detailed blog post this week explaining to us how the system will work. So, Starbases come in 6 tiers, 0 to 5. In order to advance your Starbase, you need to undertake fleet projects. Fleet projects are queued by the fleet leader, and fleet members contribute to fleet projects by supplying the Starbase with certain resources. These may be data samples, commodities, duty officer missions and stuff like that. In return you get fleet credits, which you can use later to buy rare goods at your Starbase or exclusive goods from shops at your Starbase. When a fleet project has collected the required amount of resources, then the project will start building. At the end of that process, your Starbase will be upgraded. For example, you get a new item in a store. These items may be new starships that you can only obtain by completing fleet projects or taking part in the fleet advancement system. In the Ask Cryptic there was a question of a player how these scale to different fleet sizes, and my perception of Esau's answer was they do not scale, but they are balanced towards small fleets. So basically small fleets will have a disadvantage to large fleets. But, well, that was kind of expected, wasn't it? Aside from gearing your starbase towards tactical engineering and science, and from what I gather from the screenshots, this is just the question of which branch you want to develop first, but you can develop all these branches to the maximum. From the look of the UI, there is no customization of your starbase. So you can decide by taking different kinds of fleet projects what the features of your starbase is, but you cannot customize the internal layout of your starbase, so you cannot build your starbase room by room. And frankly, that was a feature that we expected for like, I don't know, 1.5 years. So no good job on that front, Cryptic. The excuse is that, well, the internal layout of your ship, your starbase, will be tied to the code merge with the Foundry code from Neverwinter. There won't be many visible feature changes in the Foundry in Season 6, but they will rewrite a lot of the underlying code base, so that when this merge with Neverwinter takes place, not all already created missions will go haywire. So basically they ask us to be patient, and Esau has no timeline on when we will be able to customize our ships and starbase internal layouts. So if you want to check out the new fleet advancement system, you will have to wait until later in June, Gestal says. So maybe scheduled for the 2nd or 3rd week of July, maybe. So these were the most important Stone news this week, and now let's continue with some Star Trek news. So let's talk about some general Trek news. So first of all, there's another Star Trek video game in the making called Star Trek, and this is placed in the new Star Trek universe created by J.J. Abrams. And in this game that was presented at E3, Kirk and Spock need to fight Gorn and protect some newly founded Vulcan colonies. The game is a cooperative third-person shooter, and basically the main feature is that two buddies can play as Kirk and Spock, and the gameplay is supposedly very different for the two characters. So you can check out new footage from the game and screenshots below, and the big reveal for E3 is that the bad guys will be Gorn and reimagined Gorn, which are more aggressive, more dinosaur, Velociraptor-like Gorn, supposedly not the only bad guy you will face in the game, but basically this is the big news from E3. Speaking about the J.J. Abrams movie universe, there is another Star Trek movie in the making. Basically, principal photography has wrapped up recently. I don't know much about the movie. I know there are spoilers out there. I don't read them. I try to not spoil myself. So I just know that Benedict Cumberbatch is in there and playing a bad guy, and that's basically all that I know about the movie. But Roberto Orci stopped by at trekmovie.com and he chatted with some fans in the comment area of an article there and revealed that there will be a teaser for the new movie out super soon. And basically one fan didn't want to wait that long and took the opportunity to create a fake teaser for the movie. Places Benedict Cumberbatch in hibernation chamber posing as Khan, and this is very well done and super cool, and you should check it out, but please note that this is just a fake teaser, so nothing official yet. We have to wait for the first real teaser for Star Trek II, which has no subtitle as of yet. And on a similar note, the first Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, turned 30 years last week, and you can go to trekmovie.com to check out some historic interviews and also making of the CGI sequence of creating Genesis Planet. And as you may already know, this sequence where the Genesis projectile hits a dead moon and transforms it into a living, breathing world, this was basically the first time that feature film used a completely CGI generated sequence and of that magnitude. This was basically the time that CGI was introduced in feature films for special effects. So this is also an historic shot. So this is all for today, all the Trek related news. One last tip, go check out the Humble Indie Bundle 5. This is a great bundle of independent games. You can get 4 games at a price of your choosing, namely as low as 1 cent for 4 great games. Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, which is a point-and-click adventure. Limbo, very cute and atmospheric jump-and-run game. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, a first-person survival horror game. And Psychonauts, a platformer created by the congenial Tim Schafer, one of the guys behind the classic Monkey Island. And if you pay more than the average, which is around $8, you can get another great 4 games. Bastion, a hack and slay RPG, and I played this a lot last week. I can really tell you, this game alone is worth more than $8. Lone Survivor, Bread, that's a congenial jump and run with time travel manipulation elements in it. And Super Meat Boy. One of the best things about this bundle is that all games are DRM free, so no need to be online all the time. Just pay them, download them as often as you like for any platform you like. Windows, Linux and Mac are supported. Part of your payment will go to charity. The Electronic Frontier Foundation and Child's Play will profit from your purchase, and you can determine how much of your money will go to these charities. And this is just a great concept. $8 for 8 great games, or 4 Gamma Quadrant Duty Officer packs with such a slim chance to unlock a Jem'Hadar attack fighter. I know where I would spend my money. So this is all for today. Leave me some comments, tell me what you think about this show, if I should tune it the next time I have time to make these. I don't know if I will. So this is an experiment, this is a pilot. I do this for fun, and I can tell you it's a lot of fun to make them and to tinker around with video editing and stuff. So drop me a line, tell me what you like, what you dislike. I apologize for my bad English, and well, I hope to see you out there, and hopefully until next time.